Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome to Rivals Rumble on Footy Judge Mo, people. Chelsea got rejected by Thomas Frank. Let's all sit here and laugh at Chelsea Football Club. They got rid of Pochettino. They are rejected by Thomas Frank, of course. They are now linked to the Zerbi. We're going to talk about the Zerbi race. Which club should get the Zerbi? Which club suit the Zerbi more? Todd Bowley is running the club. I don't know, like an NFL team or something like this. Hit that like button. If you're here, if you're watching this in the replay now, like the video before you go on, because I don't want to interrupt the show. The target is 300 to 400 likes live. And also we get to 500 if you're watching this in the replay. So hit that like button. It helps the channel massively. Let's get to 100 likes right off the bat. 150 people here. Like the video now so I don't stop and annoy you by telling you to like the video. It's free. Get your opinions on. If you send a super chat, it's appreciated. We'll discuss all your opinions. Listen. We have to go to why Ahmed look okay, Ahmed. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, Habibi. It's gonna be all right. Listen, bigger people. How is everybody feeling?
Good, man.
Confused.
Amazing.
Well, the first time probably on this show, we're not gonna discuss Arsenal. I lied. We'll definitely discuss Arteta. We definitely. And if you haven't watched the show this morning, just go and watch it. We did an Arsenal review with Dan Potts, lead judges, and league.
Why do you want to discuss Arteta again?
I'm telling you why. Because Arsenal, right, is the club that people talk about.
We're supposed to be the shit club. Why are they talking about us?
You're the club that almost.
No, I mean, no. That's what I'm saying.
Progress over trophies, FC.
That's what I'm saying. So why
commented after my show today?
Let's talk about hilarious comment. Let's talk about the big clubs that really push City. Let's talk about the Manchester United that are going to play them this weekend. For the FA Cup. Let's talk about the clubs that are going to play them. We have done.
I actually think Progress over Trophies FC. It's fantastic. I think that's the name.
Whatever you want to call it. If it
Unless
makes you happy.
Anybody else, then it's only the number of trophies they have.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, Progress over trophies, but we still have the third most trophies, though.
But Atalanta beat Xabi Alonso, though. That's another news. But listen, guys, where do we start, though? Okay, we have to start with Chelsea, right? Ahmed, talk to me. Were you happy about Poch?
Of course. I personally have felt.
Why you're all deluded? We are all deluded, and you don't.
The reason why, and I'm good, but you can't even listen. The reason why I was happy is because for me, if I'm being honest, the issue with him has always been, at least with me, I've never had an issue with his man management skills. I think, of course, the way he's able to connect to the players is good. I have no doubts about that. But tactically, it was where the issue was. For me, the last 5 games of the season to decide to finally implement something, which you were implementing at a previous point in time, and there were some decisions that you've made throughout the season and certain points in time which have been tactically not great either in certain key moments, whether it be obviously in the Carabao Cup final, whether it be in certain games such as Burnley, Sheffield. We've had other games as well within that moment in time. Wasn't great at all, bro. And I think for me, I read the Athletic article today about like some of the stuff that was going on. Of course, pinch of salt, it's going to come from the club, so everything like that. But
can I tell you something? Why are you lying, though?
Why am I lying?
I'll tell you. Do you guys know? I'm going to give you something that you will all wish your club did fixed up. And I said that this morning. Do you guys know that Pochettino with Chelsea collected more points than Liverpool in the last 16 games of the season? That's almost half the season. Can you guys imagine that? And this guy, Ahmed,
like top 3 in those since December.
But Will, to be honest, he had injuries, right? He had injuries,
which he caused.
No. Hold on. Mo, let me ask him this question. He caused the injuries, right? Why wasn't Palmer injured? Why wasn't Gallagher injured?
And why are the players?
Hold on. Let me finish. There's this rhetoric that you guys have put out there, Chelsea fans, right? That it is his training, the training that Pochettino does, that actually injures the players.
It's not rhetoric, it's true.
I don't know. I'm coming. The question is why?
Hold on.
What about the players who did not get injured under that same training? Did they train separately? Did he train Palmer separately? Or did he train Gallagher separately?
Body.
So what are we talking about here?
Hold on. There is another question here. Well, if that is true, Terry Flowers this morning on Straight Facts said something very crucial, right? Why the players, right, all are with him? If he's injuring the players, there is no reason for these players to stick with him. That's
he's
the
not
point.
Injuring them, like he's not walking into the dressing room with a bat and taking their legs out.
Well, if a coach is having a heavy training, and you know that in football, and he's injuring players, they're gonna get scared about their future, and they wouldn't want to stick with him. And here is the thing: Chelsea fans, throughout the years, this is what Chelsea fans do. They believe only the reports that suit the narrative. So they would believe the reports that he's injuring people in training, but they wouldn't believe the reports that saying that the players want him to stay. How? Make it.
That's not. Talk about this. But Mo, what you're saying, Mo, I don't disagree with though. Two things can be true. The players may like a Pochettino, I want him to stay, but at the same time, we have a pattern at multiple clubs where the injuries are being caused by his heavy training. We can't deny that, can we? There is an actual pattern. So, like, you know, I just feel like that's completely wrong in my personal opinion. At the end of the day, he's gone. I'm happy that he's gone. Now it's up to the club to find a suitable replacement. Now, again, for me personally, there's going to be some options that, of course, I personally don't think Thomas Frank would fit the squad to begin with. I don't even know why we're looking at why we were even like doing preliminary looks at him to begin with. So that didn't make sense. I can understand even the McKenna links and slightly Enzo Beresca, I think is his name as well. I can understand in terms of their style of play, the way they fit the actual team itself. But the problem for me is going to be coming to this. They're going from a championship team to a very big club. That is going to be an extremely, extremely big leap. And then to be also allegedly demanding UCL football from them and some level.
So you would rather keep Poch then, based on the names you have?
No. I haven't said that yet. I'm going through the list. Bro, you haven't let me go through the list, have you? Now, for me personally, I would say Zerbi.
You don't run your club, Habibi.
But listen, I don't run my club, but this is my opinion though. So, you know, they can listen to it or not. I've heard they listen to social media. I'm giving my opinion. So, you know what I mean? But seriously, I think for me personally, Zerbi, of course, I would prefer, or Sebastian Hoeneß. I think
don't listen to this guy.
That's it.
But you aren't linked with Zerbi. You're linked.
I think from what I'm seeing, bro.
You're not.
At Chelsea. No, I don't. Listen, you haven't even let me finish, big man. If you even heard me say what I was going to say, all I was going to say is that a lot of the time at Chelsea, they did this previously with Pochettino, and when we had Pochettino and Vincent Kompany in the previous one, they'll throw out a lot of names, a smoke, and then like towards the end, they'll review whoever the manager is going to be. And a lot of the time, it's not the name that are first like spoken.
But can I caveat that with something? Mm-hmm. The Zerbi wants control. The statement out there is saying that they want someone without control, that will not demand control.
So I think the issue that, at least that from I can understand, the higher ups are wanting is that they want a manager that's going to give them, I want a player with this aspects. They don't want a manager to be demanding specific players. That's why I think, at least from what I can understand, I don't know if you guys disagree with that, but that's what from what I've read.
That's fine. Pep Guardiola does this. Pep Guardiola doesn't give names.
So for me,
Pep Guardiola gives us as a profile.
Exactly. So
but Habibi, Ahmed, they say Ahmed.
But there's a difference.
They want to get involved, guys. The reports are saying that they want to get involved in the on-field decisions.
That's not true. The reporter corrected himself actually in a separate tweet. He's corrected himself in a separate tweet. By the way, you can check it right now.
Can we take it a step back, because I want Will to talk about Pochettino with Chelsea. He has Spurs. Pochettino. Let me finish Will first, and then you can come in. Pochettino, in my opinion, made Spurs relevant, right? Consistently in the top four, you're challenging, you're doing this, a Champions League final. Yes, Harry Redknapp before got you to a quarter final when you beat Milan and all the stuff. But the global fan base for Spurs came through Poch and the club and all the players that you guys got and Harry Kane and all this. That's down to him. He did a good job. With Chelsea now, yes, he screwed up in the beginning, but he fixed up at the end. If they wanted to sack him, they should have sacked him when he was 11th. Not when he came 6th. Now when he came 6th.
I agree, Mo, by the way. That's something I was saying.
Because nobody expected y'all to be 6, by the way.
Nobody expected to be 6. Nobody expected us.
You sack the guy. You know what? He fixed up 16 games. Great football.
The teams we were facing, let's be honest. Bournemouth
16 teams that have that.
Bournemouth was on the beach, bro. No, but the last 5 games, a lot of the teams we were facing that we won the last 5 games to get 6th place were on the beach. Except for maybe.
But Ahmed, you also have to realize that momentum is the thing, right? Momentum is the thing. So
I hear you. Okay.
So the fact that those players, and this is something that I think maybe people just don't factor in, the fact that they won the last 6 games before the end of the season, and they won it till the end of the season. They go on holiday, they come back in preseason. The last things they're talking about, you saw how we ended the season. This is how we need to pick up. Now Poch is out. That unity that they had, that little unity that they had, because whoever you bring in regardless of anything that you say, whoever comes in right now is going to have to figure out how to use these guys again. Whoever comes in, that means that the first 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 games, right? Obviously, I'm not saying keep Poch. I'm just saying any team that really just wants to continue having sustainable growth consistently, right? There's some things that you just have to factor in. Like if he wasn't getting it right at the beginning of the season, and then he picked it up and he got it right towards the end, he's like, okay, he's picked up momentum. I think the reason why Poch is leaving is because they're not going to allow him to have control and power over just like what Zerbi wants. And Poch wants to have a say in the kind of players that he wants. The problem that Chelsea is going to have is your higher-ups are going to decide what players they get, even though the coach gives them a profile. And then they're also going to, and this is what you may not like this take that I'm about to give you, but the way I see Todd Bowley and what he does with his teams here in America and the way the guy is, Clear Lake, Blue Lake or Clown Lake or whatever you guys choose to call them now, are a business. They've come into your club to turn it into a farm where they're going to be churning out young players, making them good and making money. And I'll tell you why. From day one, they were told that they could not pull out profit on their revenue unless they spent $1 billion. They could have spent that $1 billion over 3 years if they wanted to, but they spent it in 1 year. You know why? So they can trigger that clause to start removing profit off revenue. And they realized after they sold the first batch of players that they sold, 65 million Havertz or 55 this, they're looking at themselves. If we get in a bunch of young talents and 10 of them can be good and we can sell each one for 80 million, we make 800 million over the next 1 year. These guys are businessmen. They've come to turn your club, and that's why they want a yes man coach. They want a coach who's just going to say, coach the boys, win a trophy if you can. We don't really care. But get us into the places where, Europa, Champions League, let's make money. And then when these boys are on 8-year contracts, after 3-4 years, once they're in their prime, shoot them out for high prices. This is what they're doing. They're loaning your young players to their other clubs that they own. We all know this. That's what your owners are doing.
Can I get? I want to get what before we go on to this. I want to get Will.
Let me at least rebuttal, bro. Let me at least rebuttal because
I'm just saying
this. Yeah. But let me just rebuttal quickly. Yeah. Firstly, Todd Bowley does not even control the club. He's not been doing it since the whole of last year.
I'm not saying him.
I understand. Please, let me finish, brother. I hear you, brother.
The business.
The guy that's doing it is Baghdad Iqbali. Let's just get that right first. I want to make sure we understand that. Secondly, Chelsea cannot take money out of Chelsea until 2032, my friend. So it doesn't matter what happens. No money can be taken out of this club, even whether it be profits or dividends, until 2032. That's assigned into the deal of the club. All right. Thirdly, Chelsea needs to be run like a business. I don't know if you know this. Yeah, Roman Abramovich, yes, he was obviously outside of, I don't know, but what he did for us as a club, yes, was great. But at the same time, we also had 1.6 billion pounds of debt. At some point, eventually, whether we'd like to or not, the new ownership was gonna have to run this club as a business. Like, I don't know why that's the wrong thing. I always knew they wanted to do the Red Bull model since day one. When they were trying to get that guy that they got from Red Bull, I knew already. So for me, it's not. I don't mind that happening if we're going to keep the best of these young players and helping us to improve and win the league. That is
hopefully. I'm just saying. I know
Dayo.
No, yes, man.
But Dayo, I don't think that's a problem though.
No. Hear me. I'm not saying it's a bad. I'm not saying it's. Hear what I said. I'm just saying that this is what they want. But you see, there's pros and cons to everything that you want in life.
It might not to talk about Poch, please.
Is that okay? We'll talk about Poch. Yeah.
Can we talk about Poch first? Ahmed, can we talk? Wait, let Will.
We'll go.
So, the only things that I've seen is from on Fabrizio Romano, and he hasn't gone into detail. Like, what's the word before I talk about Poch? What's the word on the street as to why? Was it Poch leaving?
Didn't align.
Was it him getting sacked?
He missed objectives, and he didn't in training. He didn't align with what they want. And let me just say one thing. Do you know what the report said? They wanted someone to coach the players how to play football. That is a model of Brighton. When you get a player that is unknown, you coach the player and then you sell the players. Big clubs don't get players to teach them how to play football. That's not how football works in big clubs. Big clubs don't do that. Big clubs get players that are ready to play. You might adjust the technique, you might adjust tactical. But this is not Mo. This is what reports are saying. They wanted a coach to teach players how to play football. This is abysmal. Anyway, go up to Poch.
So, so with Pochettino, when they talk about his training methods and stuff like that, there's always been complaints, right? Like always, right? I remember back when, I think maybe it was like 16, 17 year, there was like Ricky Lambert from Southampton. You remember the striker, Ricky Lambert from Southampton? He did like this whole thing on BBC or on Talk Sport or something like that, was complaining about Pochettino and like the intensity of the training sessions, like caused him to continually get muscle strains and stuff like that. You had the exact same thing happen with not all. Like this is what I'm saying. Well, why doesn't this guy get hurt? Well, he has a different body and he has a different attitude and a different mentality, right? So like Harry Kane used to get ankle injuries all the time under Mauricio Pochettino. Hasn't gotten one since, by the way. Not one. Used to get muscle strain injuries all the time, knees. And these injuries would happen at training, not during matches, at trainings. And he would do like double training sessions. Like after a game, he would do like late night training. Like they would play on a Sunday and they would train Sunday night at like 9 p.m. or something like that. Like he has these weird methods. Some players that like to work hard and like to train hard, they love it. They love him. Some players whose bodies aren't cut out for that intensity start to break down and they don't like him. Like these reports, and it's the exact same story that's coming out from Chelsea now. Like I remember saying this on this show before, that Pochettino was responsible for a lot of the injuries that Chelsea had before any of the reports in Chelsea came out. That they're blaming Pochettino for a lot of the injuries.
The majority of our injuries, Will, were muscle injuries, bro. So
Ahmed, I'm confused though, because so I hear you, and Will, let me say, let's say for the sake of argument, I agree with you, and yeah, some managers, their style of training is really hard on players, and let's say I agree with you. My question is, if 25 players are training every day with a manager, and 14 of them are getting hurt, and the other 11 too are feeling the pain, but they're not getting hurt. You know what I mean? Like they're like, man, this is tough training. Like these boys talk among themselves. Why do they all like him so much, though? Is my question. Like, how are you still so? No, so I mean, so it's confusing for me. It's confusing
because they're having a relationship. Poch likes to have a relationship.
So what I'm saying
is, question.
I know. Let me just finish. I just wanted to finish phrasing it. Like, what confuses me is, if the manager is then being given the boot, those players should be like, at least, thank God, the training side of things will change now. We don't have to train that hard, but we know how, and they wouldn't show any sign of like, hey, because they wouldn't. I mean, a young player doesn't want to damage his own career at a young age. So my question is, why do they like him? Why are they all posting on their social media? Like, why are they all acting surprised and being sad? If the players, if he was really the cause of the players' injuries, I don't think that they would be liking him that much. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know. You can tell me otherwise,
Okay, so name a player who was injured at a training session that's posted a goodbye Poch speech.
I should name a player that was injured.
Yeah.
I don't know the names of each of the players
exactly.
that I'm
so
just
saying
Cole
Palmer, Cucurella, Gallagher, people that got a rebirth, put back into appreciation, right? But were found as gems underneath him. That's why those players like him. Why do you hate
Poch so much?
I don't
because he left them.
Poch
Poch left them. That's why.
I left him, bro.
What I'm saying is Pochettino is a very personable guy. He likes to create personal relationships. Like when you talk about Harry Kane, and he's like a father to me. I still call him on Christmas and on New Year's, right? Like he builds personal relationships with some players.
If you look at Jackson, look at Jackson, by the way. Jackson had 4 Instagram posts just about him talking about him. So clearly they had a really, really close relationship. There's no denying that in my personal opinion. Again, I don't deny Pochettino the man management angle. I will repeat that again.
But Reece James isn't posting out there, hey, Pochettino, I love you.
Reece James was injured before.
I'll be real.
Reece James posted.
Everyone has posted.
Yep.
Yeah, listen, that's why I said man management wise, I don't think he's got an issue at Chelsea. The problem, again, I will say to you, is just some of the stuff that was happening in games tactically wasn't helping him. The last 5 games, yes, he had a renaissance. Again, I will give him that, but I don't think it was enough. That's all it is. And he didn't agree with them with transfers. Apparently, he wanted to bring in 2 experienced players from his previous clubs. Apparently, that was from the Athletic. Now, I don't know who that could be, but
Harry
you
Winks.
know. So imagine if it's Harry Winks. It could be Danilo Pereira. For all I know, it could be Leandro Paredes. Knowing him, so
Leo Messi.
okay, we're going too far there. But like, you get the point I'm trying to make, though. Like, it's complicated. But at the end of the day, he's gone now. So, you know, I don't know why we're crying trees over him. You know, I think the issue I have is that people will say, "Let's
tell
keep
you why."
Poch.
Because
Mo,
where are you going, bro?
But the thing is,
but where are you going to go?
the thing I would argue is this, yeah. I know a lot of people want to keep Poch, but then when you ask them, do you think he's going to survive next season? I'll ask you guys actually first. Do you think if Poch was here, he would survive next season? That's in general. What
Yeah, if he started out like he did the second season at Tottenham, absolutely. He'd end up finishing
but
third.
But like, I'm being like, if we're being realistic,
yeah, we're going to get your top 4 next season. Yes.
I personally do not think so. And if you ask the vast majority, I know you guys do, but if you were to ask some Chelsea fans, the vast majority of Chelsea fans,
you guys are the most deluded fan base around the world.
Let me tell you what I think.
Because you aren't linked with freaking Hansi Flick or Zidane.
I'm not linked with both. Again, but bro, I expect us to get 7th in the league, by the way.
Ahmed, let me tell you what I think. Ahmed, let me tell you what I think Poch would have done if he stayed another season. Poch would have got you top 4. Let me tell you why. He'd have got you top 4 because the way you guys are firing at the end of the season, he gets a few more pieces. Your injuries were coming back. Reece James is back. People that he needed throughout the entire season are back, right? He gets you top 4, but he will still leave next season. You know why? Because he's now going to really then ask for that control that he's always asking for. And your management will tell him no. And that is why he will still have left. So him surviving the season, he would have survived for your football, getting you the goals that you wanted to, playing in Europe again this season. He probably would have won that, probably would win that tournament. You guys are in what, conference? I think. Is it not conference or Europa? I don't know, whichever one. Yeah,
we don't know
again.
Yet.
It's going to be on Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. But what I'm saying is, whichever one you're in, Poch had a chance of winning it. And at the end of the season next season, he would have said, I want more control in my player selection. And your owners would say no, and he still would have left. So his reason for leaving is not because of the football per se. I think that's part of it. I think they because I read a report that said they showed him facts and they told him that big chances missed was a big factor. Top 4 was a goal that they said. They actually said him big chances missed was a reason. It's part of the reasons. Like I'm looking at this report and I'm like, this must be. Am I smoking Martian dust here?
No.
That's ridiculous. So
that was from I think that was from Kieran Maguire. I know what that one was, but something just came into my ears by accident. But listen, going back to what I was saying,
breaking news.
No. Something accidentally, like I typed something by accident. But I was just gonna say quickly, going back to it, yeah. If I ask a lot of my Chelsea mates, yeah, and everything like that, do you think he's gonna survive the season midway through or everything like that? They'll be like, no. So for me, the question becomes: if you don't believe he's gonna survive in the season, next season, what's the point of not, leaving him now? Then let's say in November or December, if you guys believe that's how long he's gonna last until. That's all I have to say to that.
It's crazy.
He lasted 3 years.
It's crazy. They gave him the players. They gave him the players and told him to. My brain can't really click on that thing. That big chances missed. You bought me these players. Am I going to teach you how to kick the ball?
Again, I agree that one. I agree with you, Darren. That one I will hold my hands up.
It's crazy.
Ahmed, go ahead, Ahmed.
No.
Man United.
Pochettino is outdated, in my opinion. I think he's outdated as a manager in this because the thing is, at Tottenham, like he did a good job, fair play. He got his team playing, but I think sometimes we forget. He had Vertonghen, Alderweireld, who was deemed as the best centre-back partnership. He had Kyle Walker, very good right-back. He had Danny Rose, very good left-back. Moussa Dembele was one of the best midfielders in the Prem. Dele Alli, Harry Kane, Eriksen. He had a very good team, by the way. So I think he should have won something with that team. And you know what it is? You know what it is? That team was amazing. I think people overlook it because it's Tottenham. I think Pochettino's biggest mistake was him going to PSG because it ruined his reputation. You get what I'm saying? But with Poch, he's a good manager, but as a tactician, he's not that good anymore. I think that Chelsea squad is good, but I think the sacking was justified because he underachieved, in my opinion. They were literally 10th. I know they finished 6th. They were 10th or 9th or 11th throughout the 80% of the season. Yeah, and this is without any extra competitions.
Ahmed, stop it. No. You guys are the same people who say you are the same people. No, you are the same people who say it's not how you started the season, it's how you ended it. It's not how you started, it's how you ended it. Now all of a sudden, because this is what you said to me when I bottled the league a season
Ahmed
ago.
is
You said
right in one
93%. It's not how you started, it's how you ended it. You bottled it at the end. So you can use that same vim and same energy that you use for me, use it for Pochettino. He started badly.
No, we're not going into Arsenal. We're not.
but
We're
he
not.
started-
We're
he
not.
No,
We're
we're not
not.
going into Arsenal. No, you're missing what I'm saying. I'm
God.
saying the way people always said Arsenal is not how well you stayed at the top, how long you stayed at the top. At the end, you bottled it. It's the same way you should say to Pochettino. It's not how long you stayed at the bottom or the middle. At least you got to sixth at the end of the day.
No,
That's
I just.
all I'm
What
saying.
about the whole season, though? It's the
Wait,
whole
wait,
season, though.
wait,
You
listen,
can't just look at 5
Oh,
games.
now you want to look at the whole season, but when it's another team,
come
when
on,
it's another
no,
team, you
come
don't want to
on,
look at the
man.
whole
finish
season.
second.
No,
wait,
we're not doing that,
yeah.
man. Come on.
When
It's a
it's
season review.
another team, you don't want to look at the whole season. You want to look at the end of the season and where they end.
Listen,
But when it comes to Pochettino, you want to now look at the whole
you
season.
know,
No,
You guys
we're not doing
you
that.
guys are
know,
scams.
Pochettino at the top
You guys
level.
are scams.
No, listen. Pochettino at the top level is not good enough. He's not that good, by the way, at the top level. I said it, by the way. He's peaked. He's peaked as a manager. His best times were at Tottenham, and that's it. Ever since he joined PSG, everything went downhill. He's maybe at best he can get Chelsea 5th, maybe 4th if we're pushing it. But the guy is not, like I said, good manager. He has good relationships with these players, but in terms of tactics, he's not good. I watched Chelsea, by the way, yeah? And this is coming from a United fan. Chelsea's football, yeah, they're not actually that good. Their football is shocking to watch. The guy literally made Conor Gallagher their captain, and he tried to build a team around Gallagher.
Do you know what's crazy, by the way? Do you know what's crazy? You know what? Mo's not talking. Mo said he's read the articles, yeah? But Mo, what did he say? He apparently didn't know if Enzo could be a 6 or an 8, apparently. That's why he was playing Gallagher. You know how crazy that sounds? That is crazy, bro.
That's not crazy, man. That's not crazy. Let me speak now, okay? Let me speak a little bit. The facts are, what Ahmed is saying is right. If they were gonna get a better manager, Ahmed, but for every manager they're linked to, even if you think that the manager that they're gonna get, even if you're a Chelsea fan and you think the manager they're gonna get is better than Poch, it will be by 5%, right? They aren't linked to the top of the game managers, right? Are you willing to risk a 1-year body of work with these players to get a 5% more chance of improving tacticals?
I think the only manager.
Hold on. No name. Go ahead. What is the name that is with a big margin, better than Poch? The name they're linked to. Tell me.
I think the Zerbi, by the way, even though I went at Man United, I think the Zerbi, if he had this current Chelsea team, by the way, top 4 straight away, 100%. 100%. You got to understand, the guy coached Caicedo. I think Cucurella, was he at Brighton?
Yeah, he was.
But it wasn't the Zerbi. It wasn't the Zerbi.
It wasn't the Zerbi.
It was
Chelsea. By the way, there was a report. There was a report about Chelsea. I think Romano said that they want a young manager who's possession based. They want a possession based manager. And this team,
can I bottle your for the first 12 games of the season, Ahmed? Chelsea had more possession average than Manchester City. Do you know that?
They had more possession than who? City.
Yeah.
For the first 12 games of the season, yes. For the first 12 games.
But you know what happened? He got injuries, and also he realized these players aren't made for this type of football. But the results didn't come as well. So he abandoned, which is something I take against him. He abandoned his style of play. They dominated every team they played against, right? Position based, but they didn't create enough. So he moved to the other way of playing football. They didn't get a result. And at the end of the season, by the way, he used to dominate the teams. He used to play position-based football. People don't realize he has a style of play, but Chelsea were impatient. At the end, bro, everything we say about Poch, it might be right. But there is one thing that you guys fail to say, right? There is no better manager that they're linked to now that will get better out of these teams. And Enzo Fernandez in particular. Do you know why the reason he can be an 8 or a 6 and he doesn't know? Because Enzo Fernandez is not made, as we've seen, for the physicality of the Premier League. As an 8, right, what does he do? As a 6, he can't defend. He can't be a box-to-box because he's too slow. He needs a team built around him. He's a good player that needs a team to be built around him. He's very good in distributing, but they have Caicedo and they have Palmer, which is both are better than him. So he needs to adjust to them, not the other way around. And the guy can't adjust. He cannot run enough. He cannot defend to be an 8. So what? He is. By the way,
so what we saying under Potter? Then so he was
doing better
under Potter.
No, he wasn't. You guys
under Potter he was doing well.
Under Potter,
he was actually one of the better players.
But I'm gonna tell you. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what the problem is? Under Potter, you were so shit that Enzo stood out, but didn't stand out enough for us to consider him a top player. You are the only people that tried to say this for the price tag. By the way, no Spurs fan, no Man United fan, no City fan, no Arsenal fan sat here and said, by the way, this guy Enzo is a top player that is worth 100+ million pounds. Nobody. You are the only people on the internet that kept standing in front of a mirror telling yourself, by the way, Enzo's great. You know why? Because you spend so much money on him. But by the way, last season he wasn't great. He wasn't great.
Now with
the World Cup,
he was the best. He was the best. He was the best of the worst. He was the best. That's all it was. He was the best, and he finished 12.
Let me do that, guys. Before we move on, guys, with about 500 people here, we need to get to 300 likes, people. 300 likes, and let me do this couple of super chats. Thank you for everybody supporting the channel and getting involved in the conversation. Mr. Khan is saying, last night your team of the season was disgusting, bro. Chelsea, to be honest with you, this team of the season last night on Husam's channel, I was there for the fun. There was like 12 people there. Do you want me to be objective? Was 12 people voting? Of course not. So cut me some slack. AA is saying, as well, he's saying Dio Mojenda had Onana goalkeeper, Gusto right back in team of the season as well. I was having fun.
That's your fun. That's your fun. It's because you are the judge. What kind of fun are you having? How are you having fun and putting Onana?
On Husam's channel, it's my time to have fun. People don't understand this. I go to Husam's channel. Sometimes I speak objective, but sometimes that stream yesterday was just for the fun. Come on, Ahmed knows this.
Yeah.
It was for the fun. CFC just sold a thief and going for a wizard. Chelsea fans will fight to prove that they are right to get rid of Poch. Time will tell. I'm going to say, African Cat, thank you for super chat. It's all about one thing. Who are they going to get? I'm going to raise my hand and say I'm wrong if they get a manager that has a bigger profile than Pochettino. But as of now, the reporters saying that we are right. You should not have gotten rid of Poch. We'll see, bro. If Thomas Frank just rejected you,
I don't want Thomas Frank though.
I know,
so
but
not my point.
But that's your point. That's your point. We didn't even contact him. We didn't even contact him.
You are missing the point though. You're missing
Hold on. The Zerbi just fell out with Levy. What do you think that got Tuchel and Poch sacked? Do you guys think that the Zerbi will go and actually do what Clear Lake wants? Can I ask everybody here? Guys, in the chat, thank you, African Cat. Fantastic question. Everyone in the chat, do you think that Zerbi will listen to Clear Lake? Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Nobody thinks so.
100% no.
So how do you think he's gonna go to Chelsea? Why would you go to a place where no one would actually listen to him? They don't want to listen to him.
That's not true. Again, man, you keep on saying this, and it's not true. They're willing to listen to. They are again willing to listen to. Yeah, from what I can understand, players with specific attributes. They don't want you to be telling me buy this guy, buy this guy, buy this guy. It don't work like that.
Listen. I hear you. Right? You say it doesn't work like that. Some managers, you see, all fingers aren't equal. Just because some clubs do it, like Man City do it, where your Pep is like, I want this profile, and they find him a bunch of players, and then they bring those players in, and he's like, that's the one I like the most, or this one will work the best. Can we afford it? Yes, they go and get him. Because it works like that in certain clubs, we all don't have to adopt the same model. If you have a manager like De Zerbi, who you know that can get the best out of certain type of players, and he's telling you he wants a particular player, as a club, you should be able to say, okay, well, we're going to try to get you who you need because we know it makes the club successful. But like I told you, what Clear Lake is all about is their business. If De Zerbi gives them a profile, I want a DM that can also play as a box-to-box 8, they will look around and buy him 4 or 5 young players who they will put on 6-year contracts so that they can give them minutes and develop them. And when they turn them into an okay average player, they just want to resell them. That's what I think your people are doing.
And get top 4 with this team.
Yeah, that's all they're trying to do now. Like, and I think it's just sad because Chelsea, for me, even as much as your rivals, and I don't like you, I like the fact that you're a big club, just like, and we can go head to head. But the minute you keep doing it, you're going to end up being Brighton. You are going to be Brighton 2.0. It's not me trying to diss you. And when Mo When Mo said that Thomas Frank rejected you, let me explain to you. Whether or not you think Thomas Frank is your level, that's even where you should be concerned. When a coach like Thomas Frank is already saying no to a Chelsea, like that is a job that he should don't you think that anybody that Chelsea approaches should be like, yes, we're coming in? But look at that. You have coaches who are not even looking your way. That should tell you something as a club. That
when a club finishes,
people are afraid to touch your club with a 10-foot pole. They're afraid to touch your club with a 10-foot pole.
Because of the manager rotation, right? We had the same problem.
Chelsea is a big manager rotation.
I'm just
club.
saying, man.
We've had 8 guys. We've had Roman Abramovich before these guys, who was, removing managers quicker than flipping now. So I don't know where this has come from. So that's what
you know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is with Chelsea, by the way, because you've been with Abramovich for so long, and like he can change a manager and he will still win. Abramovich literally made Chelsea. Now you're in a different ownership, yeah. So the thing is, this is why when I hear Chelsea fans say, "Oh, bring me Tuchel, bro," that's a short-term fix. They've been used to
exactly.
Yes, it's a short-term fix. This is why even Romano said they want a younger manager with a style of play. Poch don't fit that bill. So when it comes to Zerbi, everyone's saying Zerbi is overrated and over this. He literally, with Brighton, had them their highest ever finish in the Premier League last season. Zerbi's a very good coach in it. So like, I've seen the Chelsea managers they was linked to. McKenna, apparently, the representatives have actually met with Chelsea. So if you get McKenna, then boy oh boy, I don't know, because he wants a higher club than Ipswich.
He rejected the new contract. You know that, right?
Who McKenna with Ipswich?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
There you go.
Offered him 3 times his wage and a budget, and he said no. He wants a bigger job.
Exactly. So he's probably looking at that Chelsea team and he's like, you know what?
Can we segue? Great segue. And I'm gonna start with Will. Zerbi. Which club, if you're going to advise Zerbi, and guys, can we get the likes up a little bit? Guys, hit that like button. Which club? Oh, and African Cat just sent a super chat correcting himself. He fell out with Tony, not Levi. So he fell out with Tony Bloom. You think he's going to go to Todd Bowley? Absolutely not. Absolutely not Zerbi. Which is the point. Well, which club would you advise Zerbi to go to?
Which clubs are offering him a job?
Man United and Chelsea. Between them.
Chelsea.
Why? Can you elaborate?
Because Man United's whole structure, their player pool, everything about them is just in tatters, right? Their stadium leaks, just a bunch of different reasons.
But they're fixing up.
Our structure is better than Chelsea's.
What have they fixed up yet?
They hired a lot of people on the board. They fired everyone and they hired new people. Everyone.
Barada.
Everyone. Then Ashford. Everyone, bro.
Yep.
They sacked everyone in the board. They're building a new stadium.
Yep.
They're putting like 7 players for sale in the summer. They're getting everybody out.
Yeah.
I'd have to see who I'd have to see some of the movement, because like talk is cheap, right?
But they already did it. They already got these guys, the Baradas, the Ashford. They already did that.
These are top people, by the way.
They actually got a guy out of his job, his contract, and bought him out of his job. And gave him 30 days.
Man United to be honest, they look serious.
It's crazy.
But the problem with Man United and Chelsea is that the manager pool they're choosing from. If it was me with Todd Bowley, I would not advise Zerbi to go to Chelsea, even though I want Zerbi to go to Chelsea, to be honest, because I want to be behind Chelsea, because I like Zerbi and I hate Man United. It's as simple as that. I don't like Zerbi to go to Man United. Personally, for Mo, I want Zerbi to go to Chelsea so I can be behind Chelsea. Root for Chelsea.
You're going to end up everything you guys.
But I don't trust Todd Bowley and Clown Lake to actually give the guy tools to work.
I think.
What do you want though? But again, what does tools to work mean? If he asks for specific,
can I ask you a question?
No. But again,
Ahmad, can I ask you a question? Ahmad, why did your owner just buy Brighton? Because everything you guys have done from day one, they could have just gone.
Talking about Chelsea.
Brighton wasn't for sale at the time.
No. They could have. Because look at all your players. Majority of your players, you got them from Brighton. What's it called? What's the guy in is there assistant or doctor? You got your doctor from Brighton.
One of our sporting directors. No, we don't none of our doctors.
Yeah, sorry, your sporting director.
I'm trying to explain it to you.
Wait. You got your sporting director, one of your sporting directors from Brighton. You got your first coach, Potter.
He doesn't think I know this.
Hold on, I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying, why did you guys are going to end up being Brighton 2.2 at this rate?
Does now you want to bring Zerbi. Can I ask you a question, my friend? Have you not read Chelsea? Have you not read Chelsea articles about what they're planning to do? Because I knew about this since day dot. They were trying to. They're trying to. So like again, like you're acting like I don't know about this. I've known this for a very long time.
Our project.
The same thing is happening. The same thing is going to happen at other clubs. Believe me.
You know what it is? Our project is a lot more appealing than Chelsea's. And that's not even me being biased. It actually is. It's way more appealing. Because the thing is, we've got Radcliffe. He's getting rid of the people. He's already got rid of them, by the way. He's got Barada. That's a guy from City. He even works with the Barcelona Academy as well. So clearly he knows what he's doing. Yeah. All the players we're getting rid of, yeah. You know, even Bruno Fernandes, even he's not like, even he's in the, they don't want to give him a new contract because of the whole salary. They want to get rid of players like Varane, Casemiro, people with high wages, because United have had issues with salaries for so long, you know, overpaying. So I'm telling you, by the way, we're going to buy players, get rid of players, and he's going to come in and he's going to literally play a good brand of football, man. Chelsea, bro, you lot are just going to, I don't know who you lot are going to get. I can't even lie.
It looks like we're getting, I don't know, there was some breaking news right now. It's looking like
it is more appealing. Come on, bro. Like
tell us. Can you share it with me, please?
It's basically apparently we've contacted Ipswich about McKenna apparently now in the last second. So,
come on.
So
you know. By the way,
can you share? Can you send me the news?
I'll send you the aggregate. I'll send you this from aggregate that I know. It's the legit aggregate.
Ahmed. Look, see, let me say something about your rebuild. Let me say something about Man U's rebuild. Man U's rebuild right now is
which
still...
Ahmed? Me or...
You? Yeah, Manchester United, Ahmed. Your rebuild right now is still in the back room, in the offices, in the admin, in the structure and all that. You guys, your project,
where is it?
Outside the name...
Outside
the name, your project is not more appealing than Chelsea for young player, and I'll explain why. Like I said, your rebuild is in the phase where we can't see what's going on in the back. We hear the noise, we hear about the good guys you're hiring in the back as directors and this and that, and and these guys all have a good resume, which is great, right? But in the front end of things, which is like looking outside from the outside at the young player, looking at the stadium, you're like, oh yeah, of course we know they're going to repair it, but seeing those kind of things, the infrastructure, looking back at the documentary, Ronaldo talked about how depleted and dilapidated a lot of the training facilities is there. When you look at all of these different factors, right, as a young player who's talented, you say, okay, do I go to Man U or do I go to Chelsea where there are other young players and, I can still at least kick ball, And the truth is I'll still be in London and I'll still be in the Premiership. And guess what? If I do very well and Man U becomes the big club, they can come back from me later on. But your project right now, until we start to see movement in your player sales and what kind of players you're bringing in, and firstly, your manager that you're bringing in. Because right now, the only thing right now, Eric Ten Hag is still your manager.
He's left.
I know, he's still your manager, though. Because
that's the last person, by the way. Is that confirmed?
That's the last person we know.
McKenna, let's share.
That's all I know. So the last person we know.
There we go, people. McKenna, yes. Chelsea have notified Ipswich Town of their interest in Kieran McKenna. He is their favored candidate. Yes, sack Poch, McKenna in. Fantastic news.
But that is mad, That is mad.
So that's
we had McKenna at United, by the way. We actually had.
If you read, there's another tweet above that, by the way. From
the same account.
So if you just type in just type in his name and then it will just be under that tweet. There's another one that apparently United is trying to hijack it as well. That's a legend.
No. He's not coming to, bro. We're not getting McKenna.
This is March 2022, my friend. How you got that far? I'll send it to you maybe again.
No, I'll get it.
But I think it's funny.
That's it too.
Yeah.
Listen.
On this show, on the weekend, on the last day, the other Chelsea fan, what was his name? The one
Chaz.
It's like, we're in a good spot. We're finishing top 4 next season with Pochettino. And now you guys are gonna give McKenna as your manager. See it mid-table, buddy.
Bro, again, right now we're only at notification. Maybe you never know. This is bad days, man.
Do you think McKenna's going to turn that down, moving from Ipswich to
He's not turning down the job. McKenna's taking the job.
I'm actually hoping, man.
McKenna's not turning it down.
By the way, I was going to say something to Dio, yeah? The Zerbi, there's I don't know what it is, by the way. There's a club that's already paid compensation. You know that?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Not Chelsea.
I didn't hear you, Ahmad. What did you say?
The Zerbi, there's already been a club that's paid his compensation, by the way, 4.3 million, yeah? And people were saying, it's the Bayern Munich job. Bayern Munich are going to get company. AC Milan, he's not going back to Milan. It's a Premier League club. I think what's going to happen, I think we secretly paid that compensation and we're waiting for the FA Cup final and then we're going to announce the Zerbi. That's my thing. That's what I think is going to happen. It's not.
I'm not saying the Zerbi. Listen, I'm not saying the Zerbi can't come. And listen to me. I'm not saying the Zerbi can't come to Manchester United. Hear me. I'm not saying the Zerbi cannot come to Manchester United. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that Man U cannot get a coach like the Zerbi. What I'm saying is the stage at which your rebuild is. This is what I'm saying. Your rebuild right now we're only hearing echoes of the back room staff. Sporting directors, this director, the CEO here, that guy, the scouting, like these are the people, and these people have a good resume. Hear me out. I understand that. We're saying until we start to see the front end move on which manager you're bringing, what kind of players you want to bring in, your project will not look appealing to talented young players all over the world. They will not get up and be like, I'm going to go to Man U over Chelsea.
They'll be appealed because of the club.
No, I'm saying, listen. Those. Let me tell you something that you don't seem to realize. Right now, modern day football, yes, some of these new young players that are coming out of everywhere, coming out of Palmeiras in Brazil, coming out of all these clubs out of South America. Yes, the truth is, they want to come play for some big clubs, but they're coming because of the money. It's all about the money, the Benjamins. I'm not saying you don't have the money. You might have a pool, but some of these players would rather go somewhere else where they're going to make money and boom, that's it. They're happy to take those kind of places. Back the days when players were like, I've always loved Man U and I want to play for Man U is over, because those players, if they offer them good money somewhere else, they'll go there. That's all I'm saying. So right now, your rebuild doesn't look appealing from the outside, and that's the truth. It sounds good from the inside. It sounds like they have big plans, but you're looking from the outside. You're like, look at the stadium. You're like, why would I want to go there? Look at the documentary from Ronaldo.
The stadium,
there's so many. Look at what other players. Look at what other players have said. Listen, other players. Look at what coaches who were there before. I was watching this podcast with what's his name again? What's your coach's name? The guy who
Van Gaal.
Not Van Gaal. What's he played for you guys? I keep forgetting.
Rio Ferdinand.
Rio Ferdinand had the podcast, but he was the coach. He played for you guys, and he was your coach for a while. You guys kicked him out of there.
Huh? Ollie got Solskjaer.
Ollie. Yeah. I was watching a documentary, and there's some things that Ollie said, and I was like, wow, if this is really happening inside the club, then yeah.
But that guy's a scrub, though. You can't.
Is Ronaldo a scrub too?
He got you to a European final, bro.
Ronaldo a scrub too. Is Ronaldo a scrub too? Was Ronaldo lying? Was Ronaldo lying there? Was he lying?
No. Ronaldo wasn't lying. We all know that. We all know that the facilities and whatever is trash, yeah. But look, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a trash manager. Forget what the table says. He couldn't coach anything. But what I'm saying, yeah, it's not like they're going to look at the stadium leaking and be like, you know what, we're not going to fix it. Like I said, we've already made some movement around the club, getting people with the experience, like the Barada, like your Ashworth. Radcliffe knows what he's doing. We're going to get rid of players as well. There's going to be more exits than us getting players in. And if we do get a De Zerbi, then that's a step in the right direction, because at least with De Zerbi, yeah, I'm not saying he's going to win as a Premier or a Champions League, but at least with him, he's going to coach these players and improve the youngsters. What big players do you think? What big players do you think De Zerbi can pull to your club? Bro, what do you mean? What big players can we get?
Like if De Zerbi becomes your coach, what caliber of players? What caliber of players do you think
we can go get Elise from Palace if we want? Elise from Palace, he's a good player, very good player. We can go get Elise. We can go get Ivan Toney from Brentford. We can go get Eze. We can go get.
Okay, bro, I hear you. I want to argue that.
No, I think yeah. Look. The thing is with United, yeah. I know that we're not amazing right now, but bro, they're not going to look at it and be like, right, United's league is leaking. I'm not going to join United. It's United, isn't it? Like that's how I'm
not talking about just the roof. What I'm saying, I'm not talking about just your. I'm saying just generally about everything. So I said, if you look at United from the outside, coupled with what you have seen on the physical structure and what the players have said, coupled with how you have looked at the team and how Erik ten Hag has been this season and the things that even he has said, like when you look at it, your rebuild is not as appealing as Chelsea's.
Can I go quickly?
That's all I'm saying.
One more thing, Ahmed. One more thing. By the way, just bearing in mind, even at our worst, we were still able to attract players, whether it's for money or not, Casemiro and Varane. Just saying. All
right. So I just want to say, if you look at us, we have one of the best, training facilities, Cobham. Yeah, whether people want to admit or not, we have also one of the best academies in the world. Yeah, as well. So
you sold your facilities now. You guys
didn't. That's not true.
Yeah,
again,
let's
You
not
sold
talk
your
about
hotel,
facilities.
you sold your
Facilities.
training ground,
Again,
you
that's
sold
not
your
true.
women's stadium.
We
You
didn't
have
steal.
sold
Again,
the
it's not
foot mat.
true.
You have sold the
I
foot
win the
mat
facilities
at
fight.
Stamford
Wait,
Bridge.
wait,
You know that foot mat.
bro.
You know the foot mat in
Listen,
entrance
you know,
A. The foot mat
can
at
you let me
entrance A.
talk,
You
big
sold
man?
it.
Can you let
You
me
sold
talk?
it.
Like you're like, stop lying, bro. You know, lying is not good. You know what I mean? That's all I have to say.
Lying
Is
is
it a lie?
haram. It's haram.
Thank you,
Is
my
it a
friend.
lie
Thank
that you have
my friend.
sold some things?
I said to you that as we didn't sell our stadium, not stadium, sorry, we didn't sell
Yeah,
our training facility.
You don't
The
own
only
your
thing we've
stadium
sold
now.
is hotels.
You don't own your
Yeah,
stadium now.
I own. What do you mean? The fans own the stadiums. We don't.
No,
The club
that's what
doesn't
I'm
own the
saying. That's
stadium.
what I'm saying. I said
What are
that's
you
what I'm
talking
saying. Now
about?
your owners
This has been happening since 1980.
your owners don't own the stadium. Is what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
agreeing with
that-
you.
What is wrong
Your
with that?
owners.
What
No,
is
no,
wrong
no,
with
that's
that?
what I'm
You
saying.
own your
trying to talk,
stadium.
that's
We
not-
don't own the stadium. We won way more than you. What
No,
is
they are
wrong with
renting.
chill
They
that?
are
out, man.
renting.
Hey,
They
listen,
are renting.
Chill out.
They are
Chill
renting.
listen,
They are
out.
renting.
Sit on
Listen,
the
let me
floor,
speak then.
Dio.
Listen,
They are renting the
out.
stadium.
Yeah, let
They
me
are
speak
renting
then.
the stadium.
We
Listen,
are renting the
yeah.
stadium,
Yeah,
but
it's
we
rented,
won
if
a
it's rented from
treble.
me,
We
then I
won
don't
the
mind, bro.
league.
Hey,
Inter, I'm not
listen,
talking about you. Inter,
listen,
stay in your
Ah,
position.
Chelsea don't own the
Listen.
stadiums. They just won a
Inter, stay in
Champions
your
League about
position.
4 years ago.
Inter,
Okay,
stay in your
so
position. Stay in your
Sit on
position.
the floor.
Anyway, we have one of the best training facilities. Cobham, of course, is one of the best at bringing out young talents. At the end of the day, man, I think we've got
Because
a
you
lot of
bought
stuff.
them.
No. Cobham, not necessarily with Cobham. Cobham is different. That's like our actual, where we bring up under 9s, under 10s, etc., etc. So that's different. But listen, at the end of the day, we've got the better facilities, better everything. Come to us, innit? Simple as that, man. And we actually believe in the younger talent to make them the top talents in the world and play faster in the league.
Can I ask Ahmed a question? Ahmed, do you think if you get the Zerbi and with the new management, do you think if Olisi is between Arsenal and you, where would you go?
At least they will join United.
Are you
Because
talking to
he-
me? How are you talking to, by the way?
No, Man
No,
United.
it's not.
man.
Yeah, if Elise is to choose between Arsenal or United, he'll choose United because he will start in that right wing spot. Whereas with Arsenal, they got Saka, so it's going to be he don't want to be a bench player. He wants to start, so he'll join us. And plus, man, it's United.
We
man.
need a
Come
right
on.
wing.
Nah, bro. He's not going to listen. He's not going to join Tottenham, man. Come on. He's not.
Why
So
not?
if he, even if he's guaranteed a start, for example, on the left for Arsenal, would you join Arsenal?
No.
Why not?
Why would Elise join Arsenal for what? What's he going to do? What? No trophies?
Finish
Come
second.
on, come on. Let's finish second height, bro. He's not going to go to Arsenal.
You can't be serious.
Play Champions
No,
League. That's the big reason
Ahmed,
right
you
there.
cannot be serious, right?
I'm
You
being
can't.
serious.
No, you can't.
Why?
Of course, he's going to choose Arsenal over Man
Because
United right now.
there is no. Okay. Oh my God. Are you saying? Okay.
No, go on.
I'm gonna say this. If you are choosing between Arsenal now and Man United, you're 150% choosing Arsenal blindly. If you're started, this is what you just said.
How?
Why would he join Man United, bro?
Because he will start in that right wing.
I'm telling you, if he starts at Arsenal, would he join Arsenal? You said no.
You said if he starts Arsenal on the left.
Okay.
But he's not a left winger though. That's the thing because they got Martinelli and Trossard.
Okay, so you agree that Arsenal are more attractive now than Man United?
Attractive based on what?
Based on the project, the age of the
Champions
squad,
Yeah, but the thing is,
League, the manager is
Momentum.
more
if you look at the players,
exciting.
that's fine. But
Manager,
if you look at the players that Arsenal have got, they got Rice, Trossard, and who else did you buy? By the way, Timber, correct? Who else did you get? Dio. Who did you get? Timber, Rice, and Trossard. They're not.
Trossard was in January.
Jorginho.
before.
That was Jorginho.
And Jorginho, bro. No offense here. These guys are decent players. We got Lissandro. We can still get bro. It's not that hard. We can still get at the same
Ahmed,
level.
I got you.
Go on.
No. I got what he sent me. Yeah, they denied the claims that they sold.
Yeah,
the
they
training.
denied. Yeah,
Come on,
I'll just clarify it.
Timber, Havertz, and Rice, by the way. We can get the same kind of caliber of players, if not better than Arsenal. We literally got Casemiro last season. We got Varane 2 seasons ago. We can still get there.
I can't believe I'm sitting here listening to
Wait,
this.
how? David Raya, by the way, we got Onana, champion. I know he didn't win the Champions League. We got Onana.
But can I be honest, bro? Can I be honest, man? Listen, the reason why United have been able to do what they've been able
Why are
to
you
do
laughing?
is because they give exorbitant
Why are you
wages.
laughing?
We know why, bro.
Why is he laughing?
We
Why is
know
he
why,
laughing?
bro. How much is Casemiro on, Ahmed? How much is Casemiro on?
Yeah,
Right now?
he's on a lot of money, 300. Yeah.
But that's why you've been getting these guys. You've been paying them just like they do in Saudi Arabia, bro.
Wait,
That's what you've been doing.
Casemiro, did he not win us a trophy last season?
Oh my God! Come on, man. Let's
To be
be
fair,
serious.
Casemiro was our best player last year.
All right.
Casemiro,
One season wonder.
It's not one season wonder. He's played most of his positions.
I mean at United, specifically at United. No,
But he's been playing as a centre back, by the way. We can get the same caliber of plays as Arsenal. If not better.
Let me tell you something.
No,
do you
you
know why?
can't, bro.
Hold on,
You
no,
can't,
listen.
bro.
Watch
Listen.
this. Wallahi, like Mr. Khan, you said it. Ahmed just, Ahmed lives in Coco Land. Fantasy Land, La La Land.
You know what it is? You know
La La Land.
what
La La Land. When you stay in front of the mirror and you keep saying, I'm a princess, that's Ahmed.
You know what it is,
I'm a
Mohammed?
prince.
You
You know what I
it
mean?
is?
I still live in the same castle.
Yeah.
I still have the castle. I am the biggest. I'm the prettiest. I am the best one there. I am the one. United and Chelsea kill the market. Please
Listen,
stop.
Mo, you know what it is, Mo?
Thank you, Mr. Khan.
Mo Ahmed, is the definition of we're Manchester United. That's what it is, man. That's what he thinks. Like,
Manchester United. Who said that? Is that Gary Neville? Isn't that one that Gary Neville that said that? Manchester United.
You know what I mean? Manchester United. He can whoever you want. You know what I mean? That's what he's doing, bro.
Mo Ahmed and Dayo, yeah. When we were in Europa League, by the way, Arsenal can't do this, by the way, and this is a fact what I'm about to say. In Europa League, we managed to convince Paul Pogba, where at the time he was one of the best midfielders, and he was at Champions League under Juventus, and we got Ibrahimovic. You think Arsenal can pull Ibrahimovic?
That was a different time, man.
But you still can't pull them, innit? You still can't pull them. They wouldn't go to Arsenal.
Didn't you win Europa League in 2017?
Yeah, but that's an example.
But that was 4 years before.
7 years ago.
Okay, and that was 4 years.
So Ahmed.
Okay, I'll do it. Hold on.
Ahmed, context here. 4 years after Mourinho left. 4 years after Mourinho.
Let me tell you why players
hook me up with your deal.
Let me tell you why players come to Manchester United. Let me tell you why. Do you know why players listen, Ahmed, you've made your point. You've made your point that you guys you've made your point. You have a bigger pool. Let me come and qualify what you're saying. The only reason these players come to your club is your big salaries that you pay.
Exactly.
So if you don't know now that the money that Man U offers players is one of the biggest reasons why so-called big players still come to your club, because they want to make their moolah. That's number one. Number two, they know that they're not going to help you resurrect your club. Casemiro knew when he was coming that he was going to give you 1 season, but he was going to make big bucks over 2 seasons, and he's going to get paid 50 million again and go to Saudi or go somewhere. You think these players don't have a plan? Let me tell you why players that you think, oh my God, we pulled Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba, how much were you paying him? Do you know that if there was another club that could afford his listen, if there was another club that could afford his salary, you would have gone there. At the time, 250 7 years ago. Do the math. With inflation from 7 years ago, 250 would be right around 300, 400 right now. With inflation, that's what you'll be earning right now if he was in current day. So what are you saying? Do the math from back then till now. This is the reason. This is the reason these players come to you. Your club, listen, your club is hell. Every good player that has gone there has been destroyed. You have destroyed every good player that has come to your club because of the nature of your club, because of how your club is run, because of the orientation of your club, because of how you guys think and how you guys manage everything. You have destroyed every good player. You even almost destroyed Cristiano Ronaldo. He had to run out of there and go to Saudi. So when you sit here and tell me that people, listen, you are just the definition of, just like what I said, I'm United. You don't want to look at the reality of where you are. You always at some point in time, at some stage, have to come to the point of realization and say, listen, point of realization that your club right now is the mud. You're not just in the mud, you are the mud. There was a time when I was the mud. I was the mud, and I will own it. And at the time when I was the mud, guess what? We finally found some owners who said, you know what? We're going to take it slow and we're going to get us out of it. I'm not totally out of the mud because I don't have trophies for it yet, but I'm in a better position right now. Bring any 2 top players right now and ask them to pick between Arsenal and Manchester United and watch where they go to. Take several seats to the back. Accept where you are right now and just own it. And when you're coming out of it, then you can be happy about it. But don't come here and do this. Yeah, United. Boy, we pull United, bro. You didn't pull nothing. Your salary did.
Even at our worst year, we were still able to attract the big players. Whether they join for the money is a different story. This was your worst.
This is literally your worst.
This is your worst.
This is our worst, and we're still attracting big players.
Which big player are you attracting?
Hold on. Bro, we literally, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, got Jadon Sancho.
I'm talking, right now. This season. Who can you attract this season?
I just told you the players, by the way. I told you we're going to get... We can attract Ivan Toney. We can get them type of players. You know, we can scout good players.
If Arsenal goes for Ivan Toney and you go for Ivan Toney, who do you think he'll go to?
Ivan Toney will join United, not Arsenal.
No, I'm asking you. So you want to be delusional to that point? If Arsenal going for Ivan Toney right now,
crazy,
and you going for Ivan Toney?
No, man. Come on, man.
So.
Bro, you don't even.
I hope United.
Ivan Toney.
All of Arsenal's prospects this summer. I hope so.
Forget Arsenal, man. Listen.
You guys are finished. United are finished.
You lot are finished. By the way. You lot are finished.
Do you know how? Do you know how your club? Do you know? Listen, do you know what your club is right now? Do you know what your club is right now?
This is at their best. They've not won anything.
Let me tell you, my friend, be quiet, my friend. Let me tell you something about your club that you don't want to realize. And the truth is, you'll be in a better headspace and mentally you feel better if you accept these facts, right? And the facts are very simple.
What are the facts?
The facts are very simple. Manchester United of the past, that was the great Manchester United. We respect you. We respect you for the things that you have done and what you own and what you have done. The same way we can say we turn around and we respect Chelsea for the things that they've done in the last 20 years and blah. But when your team is now in the mud, it is good to identify where you are, because that way you can channel your way out of there and decide where you want to go. But you see this la land that you live in, where you think that you are the bee's knees, and that you think that you are the start all and be all of football right now. It's still Manchester United. Let me tell you how people are talking about you outside, because you've refused to listen.
Why does at least interested? Why is it interested?
Hear them. The
if boys are finished, why is
the money? We told you.
Olise is a talented player. He's not. Listen, Olise is a talented player. He's not top 20 worldwide.
Hold on. Wait 1 second.
He's not top 5 worldwide. He's a talented player. Olise, he's a talented player. But he's not top 5. He's not top 5 worldwide. Anyway, I don't care. I know what you're always saying. Olise is better than Saka. Rice is median. Let me tell you what it is. Your club is not just medium anymore. You guys are now miniatures.
Okay.
Proper miniatures. That's what you are. And unless you accept it and you can figure out how to get out of it, you're going to live in this cloud 9 that you live in, pretending that you are still the greatest when you are not anymore.
Okay.
You are not anymore.
Hold on. I don't know why an Arsenal fan trying to convince me so much. I've literally said I want Ten Hag gone. I've acknowledged, many a times that my club is in the mud, However, now that we've got a new structure, and if we get a proper manager like a Zerbi, the players that I rate, like the Kobes, like the Amads, we're going to attract good enough players to play good football. I don't know why it's so hard to understand. Mo asked me, Elise, on the right wing, would he join Arsenal or United? I said United, because Elise, he's going to have to battle it with Saka, and Saka is their main guy at Arsenal. Do you get what I'm saying?
He's not got the mentality. So you're saying he's not got the mentality to tell us.
Hold on. No, but Eze plays on the left and he plays in the middle for Palace. What I'm saying is that right wing spot at United, it's Anthony and Amad Diallo, who's not played that many games. It's wide open for Elise to come in and start. So
well, do you not say Amad Diallo is one of the best wingers? So
he said no. He already said Amad Diallo. So Elise is better than Amad Diallo. Is that what you're saying?
Bro, of course Elise is better than Diallo. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you rate Elise more than you rate Diallo, but you also rate Diallo. So
then
over what's his name?
Wait, Ask this question. One question, Dai. Ask this question here. So you said that Diallo is better than Saka. Yeah,
Diallo is more talented.
So for me, the question is, why would Elise need to battle out of Saka then? Because if Saka is not better than Diallo, then and Elise is better than Diallo, then that means Elise is better than Saka. So therefore, he shouldn't need to. He doesn't need to battle. He needs to just come and take over the role.
Hold on.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Let me just say something. Amad Diallo.
You get me?
Hold on. Amad Diallo. Listen. Amad Diallo. I said on this show, Amad Diallo is a better talent than Saka. I said that, and I'll say it over and over again, and I mean that. Yeah, he's more talented as a footballer. Yeah, Amad Diallo can play through the middle as well. He can play in a false 9. Yeah, it's not just about playing on the right wing. Elise would walk into that United team straight away. He would walk into that United team.
But so can he walk into the Arsenal team right away? You said he's better than Saka, so why can't he walk into the Arsenal?
Saka, but you guys
So you see, your logic doesn't logic right now. Your math is not mathing. Your math is not mathing. Your logic is not logic. No, that's not the point. Listen. Here's the question.
You guys
Press pause. You want to banter? We want to talk real football.
I'm not bantering.
No. We want to talk real football. Press pause. If you say Olise is better than Amad Diallo, and you say Olise is better than Saka, I want to go with your listen. I want to go with your logic. Listen, hear me. I'm going with your logic, right? You say Olise is better than these two players. All right, cool. Now these two clubs now say we want you, Olise, to come and replace our right wing. Since you have said it, do you think that Olise will look at Arsenal going to Champions League next season, right? And look at you, who is about to do a rebuild, that he's not sure who the coach is going to be or who's going to come in. There's rumors it's Zerbi. Tomorrow it might be McKenna. Next week it might even just be what's this guy, Gareth Southgate. God knows. We don't know. So you think Olise, listen, so you think Olise would then look at it and say, you know what, if I can walk into the Arsenal team and be the right winger there, or I'll go to Man U and be the right winger there, where do you think he'll go at this moment? You're joking. He's coming to Arsenal if you go for him.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, by the way?
Go ask me a question. Go on.
Yeah. So, obviously, I'm going to move away from the transfer side to the managerial side, yeah?
Go on.
If McKenna does go to us, which, I don't want that to happen, but he's apparently your number one target, then Southgate is going to be Southgate's your number two.
What's he talking about?
So apparently Kieran McKenna is your number one managerial target as well.
No, he's not.
Apparently he is.
According to reports, it's online. It's right here.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
He is, bro. He's your number one target.
He's your guy. That's your guy.
No. I understand, but he's also your number one target too. Not just us and Brighton. It's your number one target too. If you don't get him, you're going to be getting Southgate. So is Southgate going to be able to attract Elise? It's Southgate.
Okay, let me answer. David Ornstein tweeted, and I've got proof as well. David Ornstein tweeted, the three managers, if they were to change, it's not going to be Tuchel, it's not going to be Ornstein, and not Ornstein, it's not going to be Southgate, it's not going to be
not Ornstein, man.
And it's not going to be Potter, bro. This Gareth Southgate thing to United is all nonsense, and rival fans are trying to lap it up,
Do you know that? Hold on, Ahmed. Ahmed, did you know that McKenna was an academy coach for you guys for many years?
Yeah, he was an academy coach, and he's not going to come to United.
No. But that's something. Listen, so you need to realize.
You guys want this to happen,
he has an affiliation with your club already.
Yeah, but
no. But Ahmed, look, he's gonna bring he's gonna put the Manchester back in Manchester United. English manager, English coach, for the best English side in the, in the country. Southgate makes sense. Southgate makes sense, bro. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Okay. Apparently, I'm speaking nonsense here. Arsenal is Saka a starting right winger? Does he start for you, lot? Yes or no? He's a starter.
Sidestep that one.
No. Saka is a starter.
We're not talking about Arsenal here. We're talking about your club.
Hold on. Saka, whether you like it or not, is a starter for Arsenal. So when it comes to Elise, Arteta's not going to look at it and be like, you know what, Saka, you're hitting bench now. Elise is going to be starting.
What are you saying? That's not what
you did not say though.
I know, but you listen. You just said, listen. I'm saying, let's go with your logic. You said Olise is better than Saka. So which coach? No, listen. So hold on, stop. So which manager, in his sane mind, brings in a better player and then puts that player on the bench? Tell me.
You think
whether or not? No. It's not what I think. I'm going by your logic, though. You said it. You said Olise is better. So by your logic, Olise walks into Arsenal and takes Saka's position. By your logic, because of where Arsenal is and where you guys are in the mud, Olise will pick Arsenal over you. That's all I'm saying. By your logic, if you say he's better, and I say, let me agree with you that he's better. Let me play along with your world of bubble now that he's better.
I thought Saka was the best right winger.
So yeah,
you know what I'm saying now.
So what are you saying?
Oh, he's the best right winger. Now you want to
No, because this guy is delusional, man.
Wait,
I don't believe it,
man. He's playmaking.
I don't believe it. He believes this thing. He literally believes it. I think more has glitched.
I don't know why you lot are writing off Elise to United as if we can't get plays, bro. We literally
nobody's saying.
I think you're missing the point, Ahmed. I think you're missing the point. What we're debating with you.
Okay, go on.
What we're debating with you is not Olise to Man United. Is not Pogba to Man United. Is one fact that you don't know where your club is at the current moment. You still think it's 1999 after the treble. You still think you still did a three-peat and won the Champions League in 2008. I think this is where you live at. And the problem with you, Ahmed, is that because you are young, Habibi, all you have seen in your life from Man United, right?
I'm 24, bro. I'm not that young.
You're young.
You're young.
Once I say my point,
go on.
This morning, I had a show with Lee Gunner, Martin, who's in the chat, Lee Judges, Dan Potts, right? Maybe Dan Potts is the younger one from them, and maybe even Dan Potts, who have seen Arsenal before the Wenger era, before they win, and after. So they know the clubs are up and down. For you as a Man United fan, which is the majority of the young Man United fans,
Yeah.
you guys think because you were born in the era when Man United are dominant, that this is football, that we're just going to always be Man United because we make 700 million euros or pounds a year in revenue. You guys think that things are going to be handed to you. You guys think that players will sit here and say, this is big Man United. Leeds at some point were Champions League semi-finals. Leeds at some point were challenging. Nottingham Forest back in the days, they were a big club. I'm not saying you're going to go down to League One or League Two, but the way you talk is that it's still 2008. Is that still you have Cristiano Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney, and Van Persie would leave Arsenal to go your club to win a trophy. That happened 12 years ago. My point about this now, what we're debating with you, is very simple, Ahmed. Is that if a player now is choosing between a project at Spurs and a project at Man United, without knowing who your manager is, and with the links that we're seeing, when you're battling Chelsea for McKenna, bro, they would choose Ange Postecoglou and Spurs. Shiny stadium. They are in London. They have Ange Postecoglou, who proved to play good football. That even Daniel Levy now might sign players. He dropped 50 million in Brennan Johnson. You like that transfer or not? That means that guy maybe will back Ange Postecoglou. Yes, you hired a lot of people on the board, but the manager name is massive. Like players want to be coached under Pep. Players want to be coached under a coach that they know. But Kieran McKenna, though, is his name Kieran McKenna?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
McKenna.
This guy coached Ipswich, got them from League One to Championship to the Premier League, right? He thinks Vincent Kompany is going to coach Bayern, right?
Yeah.
But Vincent Kompany's resume failed with Anderlecht, played fantastic football with Burnley in the Championship, went to the Premier League, got the team relegated right away. Do you think top players would want to play for Vincent Kompany if he isn't at Bayern? Which one do you think is more attractive, Bayern or Vincent Kompany? Bayern Munich.
Yeah, Bayern Munich, 100%.
Yeah, but Bayern, the difference is Bayern Munich's worst season is this season. Bayern Munich win trophies every season and big trophies and go to semifinals. You aren't even going to play in anywhere in Europe next season, are you? Unless you win
no Europe.
Unless you win the FA Cup, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, it doesn't look likely you're going to win the FA Cup, right? You're not favorites. You aren't.
But no, we're not winning that.
Okay, you aren't. So how come a player would choose, instead of going to play with Declan Rice, under Mikel Arteta, under a team that is established, right? With an Emirates that is already built, a team that might be battering City for years. Pep Guardiola might leave and Arteta might take over. Not take over like City, but might win titles. To go to Man United, who the future are unknown. But you want to deny all of this and tell us one word. We're big Man United. We're attractive because we attracted, by the way, we attracted Pogba. Who was your coach when you attracted Pogba? Do you know?
Mourinho.
Mourinho is one of the biggest names in world football. Mourinho raised the phone. And by the way, this is proven. A lot of players said that Mourinho raised the phone, called the players and come play for me. The players say yes. Not because he was coaching at Man United. It's because of Mourinho. Plus Man United at that time, they were still big, right? You were still... By the way, when he went to Mourinho at Man United, he thought he's going to win the league. Paul Pogba.
100%. I agree with that. I agree.
But do you think Olise would think I'm going to Man United to win the league?
No, he's obviously not.
Okay, let me continue. Am I going to Man United to challenge for the league?
Not challenge for the league. No.
Am I going to Man United to play Champions League?
No.
Big players are leaving, right?
Big players are leaving.
Do you think Olise would want to play with Saka, Rice, Odegaard, Saliba, Gabriel? Or would he want to go and play with Amad Diallo, Anthony, Garnacho, and Rasmus Højlund? Which one do you think Olise want to go play with?
Bro, what I'm saying is, I've never once said that Arsenal aren't a more appealing project here, but that particular...
That's it. We made the point, Habibi. He admitted, guys.
Wait, hold on.
He's admitted it. He said it. Wait. Finally, I got him to say...
Wait, hold on. You said Mourinho got Pogba because of the manager he was. Okay, when we had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, did we not get Jadon Sancho, who at the time at Dortmund was one of the best wingers in world football? You think he came in because
Jadon Sancho was talented, but Jadon Sancho was not the biggest name.
I am gonna tell you what happened. Where did you finish with Oli?
Let me just land here.
Do you know that season you finished second? Habibi, just listen to me. Hear me out, Ahmed. Before you go on, that season before Oli got sacked, you finished second in the league.
Yeah.
Bravo, Ali. Yes, and you were playing Champions League. and only got to a quarterfinal of the Champions League. Am I wrong? So him, it's not only the 350 million, 50,000 that he was offered the week. It was Oli at the wheel. We're back in Oli. He came second. He went to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. You remember when he beat PSG, right?
Okay.
So he was sold
Oli's
something.
at the wheel.
But what is happening now, McKenna? What is the promise to? You promised Sancho to challenge for the league a year after, because the progress from second is to even get better, like Arsenal. But what's the promise of Man United? What is the promise?
Okay. First of all, yeah, I said the Sancho.
Sell me the project for Elise.
Okay, I'll sell you the project. That's
Sell
fine.
me the project.
Can we all admit that we're no longer under Ed Woodward? Ed Woodward was the guy that was making the moves, getting the manager, getting the players. He had the say in the transfers. Now we've got Radcliffe and we've got new ownership. We've got new people around, yeah, Barada and that. Loads of players are going to be leaving, yeah. The salary thing that you guys are talking about, only United joined because of the money. It's correct, but it's not longer going to be the same thing because the salary thing, we're getting rid of Varane, 300 bags a week. Casemiro, 300 bags a week. Bruno Fernandes wants a new contract, yeah, to 300 bags a week as well, and we're not going to give him that new contract. So the salary thing is going to be sorted out. We're going to get a new manager. We're going to get new players who fit the profile of the new manager we're getting, and the manager we get will determine whether we're going to move in the right direction. Now, I think we're going to get De Zerbi. And I think with De Zerbi, yeah, a lot of players will want to play for De Zerbi because he's got a good brand of football. Plus, it's Man United as well. And if they turn United back to the top, yeah, that would be huge for the players and huge for the manager because no one has done it. No one's done it post-Ferguson. It's a big challenge, yeah? People want to actually come here. That's why. We got Sancho under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He came because of United. So if we get De Zerbi, we can get them type of.
Okay, so listen to this. Sancho, listen.
Anyway,
Jadon Sancho's release clause, right? Nobody else wanted to pay it. Man, you paid it and you offered him a big salary, and he came to you. Take it. Don't think that you pulled him because you're Manchester United alone. His release clause, nobody else wanted to pay because it was ridiculous.
Chelsea wanted him.
No, but it was Chelsea wasn't going to pay the ridiculous fee, and you paid it. You paid it. You got the player to come. You offered him 350 grand a week, and you brought him to your club.
How did Chelsea get Enzo Fernandez then and Caicedo
and ruined him?
How did they get Caicedo, Enzo? How did they get Caicedo, Enzo, and Mudryk? Because Chelsea
because Chelsea were starting a new rebuild, and they said, "No, we're bringing all the best." No, listen. The difference is, hear this out. The difference is, Chelsea at the time they were going for these players. For example, Caicedo coming from Brighton, who was the coach at Chelsea? Potter was his initial coach. He's like, "Hey, Caicedo, come with me," and he will come.
Yes.
So there was links, and that's how they're able to do it.
Yeah. Anyway,
so
guys,
don't
listen.
play those.
Listen, it has been an hour, 20 minutes. I know Will has to go and Ahmed has to go. And also my mother-in-law just arrived from Egypt. So I got to go down to kind of like see what is going on. I want to thank everybody that super chatted us, supported us, over 500 people. Guys, please, let's get to 300 likes before we actually end the stream. Hit that like button before you go. And I'm going to redirect to Lee Gunner. I want you guys to go and just copy and paste Arteta in, as I put in the chat, Arteta in for Lee Gunner. Spam the chat, Arteta in, please, at Lee Gunner's stream, right? Please. I'm going to go, and I want to thank Dayo, Ahmed Casually FC. I'm going to add all the channels now in the description, of course. Ahmed and Ahmed AA United, of course. It's in the description as well. Ahmed, I don't know. But people go subscribe to Ahmed. It's entertaining.
Big up, man. Big up.
Well, Ahmed is very technical, though. But big up everybody that is here. Arteta in Liga. I want to thank Dayo Banter on the pitch as well. Casual FC. Are you live, Ahmed, after this?
We're literally live now. I'm just going to hop on to the other one. That's why I have to go on to that.
All right. Great. And thank you, Will. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for everybody that joined us. Tomorrow morning, Husam LB. And tomorrow evening, Lewis, Shez, Gooni. We're all going to do the Chelsea review. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys soon. Oh, one more super chat. I forgot. Top MG. Ahmed responses 2 players to join United. Shez, we are United. The response is we are United. Thank you, Top MG. We're big United. We're big Manchester United. Big up everybody. We're out of here, people. Arteta in Lee Gunner's chat. Oh.